den amtierenden Vorsitzenden des Rates der Europäischen Union, Antonis Samaras, den Premierminister der Republik Griechenland. Herr Samaras, Sie haben das Wort. It's okay, you can speak. The micro is on, Prime Minister.
Αγαπητέ κύριε Πρόεδρε, κύριε Πρόεδρε της Επιτροπής, φίλες και φίλοι, μέλη του Ευρωκοινοβουλίου, ως παλιός συνάδελφός σας, πέραν της τιμής που
Danke, Herr Samaras. Das Wort hat jetzt für die Kommission Herr Präsident Barroso.
Mr. President, Prime Minister, honourable members. First of all, let me very sincerely congratulate you, Prime Minister, for your very inspiring words. Listening to you, I thought that not only Europe owes a lot to ancient and classic Greece. Without Greece, European civilization would simply not exist as such, but also that I'm sure we are going to owe a lot to you, to modern Greece, for the great example of courage, determination and commitment to our Europe that you personally and the people of Greece are giving these days. It is, I believe, a fitting coincidence that we end this parliamentary term under the presidency of Greece, a country that has been the focus of so much political energy and public attention.
Mr. President, during Prime Minister, first of all, thank you. Thank you for your strong pro-European message at the end of your intervention. I think we believe very much in this Greek presidency because Greece is the symbol of Europe. I should say for the best and for the worst. Your country gave the name to our beautiful continent, and at the same time, let's be honest, the last years your country represents also the biggest threat crisis the Union ever faced. You could even say, if I may do so, you did it yourself, so I can repeat it, the Greek crisis is a little bit the quintessence of the European crisis. A lack of discipline for a long period, a lack of solidarity for a long period, and foremost, I think also a lack of unity, because let's be clear, I think that we would have no Greek crisis, no European crisis, if the political...
Prime Minister, you don't have an easy job, not in Greece, not here, but it's your own choice to be Prime Minister of Greece. But I must say at the beginning, we believe in the Greek presidency. I really detest the many prejudices, the many suspicions against your country having the capacity to lead a Greek presidency. You did it in the past, and you will do it now, and you will fully support this Greek presidency, because it's an important one, not only for Greece, but also for Europe. And I want to also say very clearly, because there are other rumours and myths, Greece did a lot of reforms already in the past. I've been quite often in Greece, and I know that you did a lot of very hard and difficult reforms. And what is even more important, that you know, all of you from the government here, know that it's not the end of the reform process, but rather the beginning of the reform process. You will perhaps not earn politically out of it.
Vielen Dank, Frau Zimmer. Das Wort hat jetzt für die EFD-Fraktion Herr Farage.
Well, I must congratulate you, Mr. Samaras, for getting the Greek presidency off to such a cracking start. Your overnight successful negotiation in the trialogue on MiFID, I'm sure, will have them dancing in the streets of Athens. No matter that your country, very poorly advised by Goldman Sachs, joined a currency that it was never suited to. No matter that 30% are unemployed, that 60% of youth are unemployed, that a neo-Nazi party is on the march, that there was a terrorist attack on the German embassy. No, don't worry about all that, because the trialogue on MiFID has been a success. And in many ways, it sums up the two Europes. The Europe that's talked about in here by the dreamers who want to impose a new United States of Europe with an identity and a currency and the real world out there. And you come here, Mr Samaras, and you tell us that you represent the sovereign will of the Greek people. Well, I'm sorry, but you're not in charge of Greece, and I suggest you rename and rebrand your party. It's called New Democracy. I suggest you call it No Democracy, because Greece is now under foreign control. You can't make any decisions. You've been bailed out and you've surrendered democracy, the thing your country invented in the first place. And you can't admit that joining the euro was a mistake, because, of course, Mr Papandreou did that, didn't he? He even said there should be a referendum in Greece. And within 48 hours, the unholy trinity that now run this European Union had him removed and replaced by an ex-Goldman Sachs employee puppet. We are run now by big business, big banks, and in the shape of Mr Barroso, big bureaucrats. And actually, that's what these European elections are really going to be all about. It's going to be a battle of national democracy versus EU state bureaucracy. Whatever you may say in this chamber, the people out there don't want a United States of Europe. They want a Europe of sovereign states trading and working together. And I believe the European elections are going to mark a watershed. Up until now, everybody has thought, much as they may not like the development of the European Union, that it was inevitable. That myth of inevitability will be shattered by the European elections this year. Thank you.
Das Wort hat jetzt für die fraktionslosen Kolleginnen und Kollegen Frau Sinclair.
Thank you, Mr. President. Kalamela, Mr. Samaras. It is poignant that Greece should take over the presidency at this time. Greece is the living embodiment of the failure of the Troika and indeed the Euro project.